Welcome back to another episode of The Zone. I have Daulton Gills in the studio today. What up, Dault?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, brother.
How you doing?
Let's get it going. All right, so Daulton, you're originally from Atlanta, correct? Or Georgia?
Yes, sir. Georgia.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you're an athlete? A little bit athlete?
Oh,
What sports do you play?
Raised. Baseball, football, basketball.
The best.
Yep.
The best. So, bro, like, growing up, like, you kind of like me, in a sense. We got to talking offline, and you're like, I wasn't really big into school, but I got by, and did what I had to do to get by.
Yep.
So now we're 18 years old. We're about to graduate, go on the next step. Where are we at in our lives?
18 years old. I went to my first college class, and I remember leaving early. Called my mom. I was like, yeah, it's not for me. I had a really cool car as my graduation gift. It was a
kind of car?
BMW 335i twin turbo. So I kind of felt like I was on top of the world.
Yeah.
But no, I was just kind of partying, honestly.
Yeah.
Doing AC with my dad, partying with all my friends. I had a lot of friends with East Lake High School.
Yeah.
Where you're from there too. Yeah. Just partying. I go to a lot of shows, concerts, festivals, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're right next to Clearwater Beach, and then you got Tampa right off the rip. So we had two avenues of having a lot of fun.
Yep.
Now, what was your schedule back then kind of like?
Dude, up till 3, 4 a.m., sleep till 1.
Yeah, I know it far too well, unfortunately. So now we're going through that rat race of like, making money, having fun, but like the stability structure not really there, right?
Not at all.
When did it start to come to a head that like, hey, I might need to change this way?
My dad moved. I got kicked out just because, I don't know, I was 22.
Yeah.
And then I was living with my buddy, Burlo. And then it was kind of like, all right, I need to figure something out.
A lot of times I think we do hit a moment of clarity in life. And shout out to your parents for doing it, because sometimes, the hard times make hard men, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's good that she did that, man. I can tell you from experience and knowing what you've created and done here, it's like, had she not done that, or had your parents not done that, then
I wouldn't be here at all, no.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
So hard times can really be a good reward, All right, so now when do we finally hear about solar? When do we finally hear about Lumio?
My buddy Andrew Kinney, shout out Kinney.
All right.
We kind of grew up together since like 8th grade. He called me and he was like, dude, I'm out here killing it, and honestly, you are such more of a people person than I am. Come out here and try it, bro.
Yeah.
And honestly, for the first month, he was trying to get me out, and I was like, hey, there's no way I'm about to go knock on doors.
Yeah.
And also,
why didn't you want to knock on doors? What made you?
I don't know. It was like, I'm really about to not go out and walk around, knock on somebody's door and try to get them to buy something, but I didn't really know what was going on.
I think the thought of it sometimes, even for me,
Yeah.
brother, like, I was like, there's no way I'm knocking on doors.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, you will. I'm like, no, I won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kenny's like, dude, I just made 70 grand in like 7 months.
You're like, I'll knock.
I was like, all right, I'm about to. I'm gonna try it out. I finally came out, tried it out. I went out to Ocala.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boys. Doghouse Animals, ran by Gary.
But
yeah, dude, he first day I met Gary, it was at the taco place. We went to Taco Tuesday. I looked at him, was like, damn, you sexy boy. And he's like, so are you? He's like, just by talking to you for 30 seconds, you're gonna be an animal, dude. And then my first door knocked, set an appointment. I think it was because she felt bad for me.
Probably.
But after that, it was just like, I think I set 7 appointments my first day.
Wow.
Yep. And then we were on my blitz trip, we were knocking, Ocala Electric.
Yeah.
So I had like a bunch of deals closed and stuff, but something happened where we couldn't sell Ocala Electric.
Yeah.
So I was super, super, pissed.
That's the solar coaster.
Yeah, the solar coaster.
So mentally, because I think it's important to kind of acknowledge that. It's like, we all think that everything, a lot of times in life, is going to be super easy. If you work hard, it'll be super easy. Well, here you are, you just start out, you're working hard, and the utility company says you can't do the job. So all the work you've done is worth nothing.
Yep.
So what was that like?
It was horrible. I actually would have had, Colby Goodwin was the closer for this guy. I remember it was Tom Moody. And he said it would have been the biggest deal in Lumio, because we got his house and his commercial business. And then all that just went down the drain. I remember I left, came back to Clearwater, and I was, kind of like, all right, F this, like, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
Gary calls me, he's like, dude, you got to come back, man. You and your boy, Mason came out with me at the time. He's like, dude, you got to come back. You're an animal. You're a stud. Just, stick to it. Trust the process type deal.
Yeah, yeah.
And came back, and first month made 30 grand.
That's when you knew?
Yeah, that's when I realized it was real.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, there's also, and I know you're a jack of all trades. I mean, your past, by the time you even got into this space, is like you lived a life, pretty good life.
Yeah, I've always, made music and stuff like that. I did shows. We opened up for Hood Rich Pablo Juan. I don't know if you know who that is. It's like some rapper. I was just living life. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so that's like, who's that? Daulton, and then there's D.
Yeah. So that's probably that's D Gill and D Gilly, you can call him. But yeah, when it's solar, when it's business time, they call me D Gliz.
This is what I like about this.
Just Daulton, yeah.
Because I had like an alter ego too.
Yeah.
Going through the space, and not to people know this about me, but when I was in the come up, like I struggled as well, just like everyone else does. But what I struggled with was remembering like the actual words to say to homeowner when you're knocking the door.
Yeah.
And I struggled with like identifying like the mirroring skill set.
Yeah.
Like understanding what that person's actually saying to me, not just like saying the lines I'm supposed to say that my manager said to me. Yeah. And it turned me into a different person too. I used to actually scream my pitch in the top of my lungs with house music playing, just so I could get uncomfortable with the distractions.
House music.
For all I know. A little younger than you.
I used to just, I love house music. I shuffle and everything. I dance, but no, I used to just sit in my car. I would sit in my car because in your car, it's where you sing at the top. I was saying. I would sit in my car and I would just do my pitch over and over and over again. Go in front of the mirror, do it. And all the like stuff that I didn't know I was doing, like mirroring my tone, all that came so naturally to me. I didn't know how to name for it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of started teaching like paraverbals and stuff like that. And then it just all, fell into place.
Well, your nonverbals even here, brother. Like you're easy to talk to, which in this job, like I teach people all the time, it's like, it's not a pitch, it's a conversation.
100%.
If you're pitching, you're going to lose. If you want to have a conversation, you have a better opportunity to.
I don't even think about it. I go out there, I figure out, why they haven't done it. If they haven't, have you looked into it before? Why haven't you done it? You're getting so much sunlight. Your bill's $400.
Yeah.
Kind of tell them how it works now and set the appointment,
Yeah. Now, I know, like I said, you have the business side of it, and you have the fun side of it.
Yeah.
So I need to meet the business side of it.
We can get the business side.
So
we got to go off screen.
Yeah, we get off screen, get the right music, right tone. So this is what's really exciting for me, is I get a chance to really get to know the sides of the business that are working, especially from every level. Man, I wish I had hair like this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the business side of things. What is the name again?
It's they call me D
Gliz, the building.
Just Daulton.
See, this guy, I see a little different side of you.
This is what the homeowners see.
Yes, they like this look, right? And you know what's funny, guys? We did talk about this earlier because I used to have earrings, believe it or not, and I was always told not wear them. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. All I'm saying is you do what's right by you to make sure that you set the right expectations.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. That's the first thing they told me, Austin and Gary. They're like, yo, you might want to cut your hair and take out all the earrings and nose rings and stuff. And I was like, all right, well, we'll just see. And then,
see how it works.
Here we are.
There's a certain way of like the confidence that I think a lot of people want to have or strive to become. You just kind of have it naturally.
Yeah, I've just always been, like a leader, honestly. Every sport I played, I was, pitcher, shortstop, point guard, quarterback. Like, I was just always like the leader of the team. And it's also just, being replicable, I guess, and just being, a good mentor and helping other people get there. I've always been like friends with everybody in school, like even, just everybody.
Yeah.
Was just,
you're well likable, dude.
Yeah.
It's very simple to, when you are likable, it's very easy to say, hey, I get along with people, right? But here's where I want to dive into, because like you can be likable, you can have everything going for you, the skills that you have, which is very natural. But if you don't put the work into the job, you don't get anything out of it.
Oh yeah.
So when did you really recognize? Because you had the skill, you were hitting home runs right off the rip, but like it's very easy to hit that complacent line of like 100%. Roller coasters like this. And then we get complacent, and then we stop working, and then all of a sudden we're in a bad spot. So how did you avoid that?
Gary.
My boy Gary.
Yeah, no, he there's no avoiding it, honestly. I out in Ocala, it was the Ocala standard, up by 9, send a thumbs up, go to the gym, physical, mental, STEM, read your book, meeting at 1, on the doors by 3, knock till 8. It was just like a structure. And also too, I'm glad I ended up going to Ocala, because there's nothing out there. There's no time. I came from Tampa, party city. to Ocala. It was just a whole change. And really, don't expect change if you don't make changes, you know.
Perfectly said. There's an expression that says, if change bring dollars, then no change makes no sense. So it's like, you need to change if you're not getting what you want.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to change our element of where we're comfortable, which for you, it's like you were in a pretty cush spot where you were in Tampa, Clearwater, and life is pretty fun and easy out there. But like, if you want to get more out of life, I mean, I can see that you're already starting to do that and have done that, you know? So realistically, the sky's the limit with this career. And then your other things that you're doing on the side, you can still do.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's what's, you know, sick about this, I think, is because money's an amplifier, first of all, but yeah, this is just going to, you know, lead me to be able to do my music or do my clothing business or, you know, anything I really want to do.
Nice, bro. Well, is there any shout outs you want to give to the team back home?
Yeah. Squad, Cam Tom, you are the most accountable person I've ever met. That boy kept me going. And it was also just like, if you ain't first, you're last type deal. So it was just always a competition. Gary, of course, Austin, T-Pink, Colby Goodwin, Animals. They're all, you know, when I was a setter, they were my closers, and they are all who trained me. Colby's just like, you know, straight to the point, like, listen, you know, you're going to make a decision, either FPL or solar. Yeah. Then you had Tyler, it was just like, he's like a book, anything, you know. And then you got Gary's just an animal as well. It's just like, I feel like I just took bits and pieces from each one and just made myself. And that's what I would say is like, take everything with a grain of salt, find out what works for you, and then the sky's the limit.
Nice, bro. Well, before we roll out of here, you read anything right now?
I just got done reading 10X by Grant Cardone.
Very cool.
I would recommend, what's that book? It's 3 feet away from gold, 3 feet from gold. I went over that a couple of times. It's fire because really just don't know, like, you know, when it can be. So just stay consistent, stay on, you know, keep doing what you're doing, and it'll come.
Nice, bro. I appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks for spending time with us, and dig Liz.
Thank you.
All right, here's your top teams for last week. We did over 200, approaching the 250 mark. We'll get there. Let's go. Cape Coral with 11. Excellent. We had 3 teams with 12. We had Venice, Panama City, and Palm Bay after doing 27. Let's go, Pheasant team. You guys are killing it. Keep it up. All right, Winter Haven, 13. Nice work. Mr. Joey Scariano and team, and Fayetteville with 14. Nice job. And in the top spot, Mr. Seafree and company, and Orlando 2 with an 18 spot. Excellent job, ladies and gentlemen. All right, boys and girls, let's start off with your top setters. Starting here at the bottom with 10, we have 3 of you, Henry, Moses, Denver, Russell, and Spencer Gabler. With 11, we got Sar, Witten, and Kyle Sharkoff. With 12, bunch of you, Logan, Merritt, Jacob, Snyder, Caden, Rhodes, Cade, Poirier. And in the top spot, holy cannoli, Jepson Bennett with 21. Let's go, Jepson. Keep up the hustle, guys and girls. Get your name in the list. Let's go. All right, shift gears over you top closers. And in 10th place, we got Cole Simmons, Cameron Thompson, Isaac Bennett, Christian Foreman, and Kaysen Snyder, all with a 4 spot. Great job. With a 5 spot, we got Micah Mullins, Joseph Scariano, and James Lee. Excellent job. In the top spot, we got 2 of you. We got Tyler Pinkerton and Jakari Brown, all with 6. Excellent job to you guys and girls in the list. Get on this list, boys and girls. Let's go. All right, guys and girls. I always talk about this, but recruits. In order to grow, you must recruit. And what's crazy is these numbers correlate to sales. It's incredible. So let's get to it. In the last 14 days, we had Palm Bay, Naples, and Daytona all with 8. We have Tulsa, Tampa Bay, Orlando 2, Jacksonville, and Englewood all with 9. We have Fayetteville and Charlotte with 10. And at the top spot, the top dog, Miami. Let's go, Mikey D. Excellent job, teams. All right, guys and girls, I have a couple individual shout-outs I wanted to give to you guys. It's great to see some of you new folks crushing it. So here we go. Teddy Barrelsman with a 3 spot last week and secured his level up to self-gen. Let's go, Teddy. And Timothy Winter, your first week solo dolo and hit tier 3. Let's go, Timothy. keep it up, guys. I love hearing these things. Keep up the good hustle and keep growing.